Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ad America TV. My name is James, one of the e-guides here in Ad America, and we welcome audience members joining us online. We hope that you're doing well and staying safe. Ad America is the United States Embassy's American Center, and our mission is to provide a space for young Indonesians to learn more about the United States. Today, we will be having Get to Know the States, Southwest. But before we begin, let's break the ice with a little game. How many states make up the southwest region of the United States? Is it 9, 11, 13, or 15? Stay tuned until the end of this program because we'll be giving a live shout out to whoever can answer correctly on our social medias. Other than that, don't forget to take a selfie and tag at America's Instagram account. And now, without further ado, let me introduce our moderator for today, got Jasmine McKell, the community manager at the South Hug. Jasmine, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Kai James, for the warm welcome. Hi, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to our event this evening. I hope you all are healthy. And my name is Jasmine McKell. As Kai James mentioned, I am currently working as a community manager at a wellness company here in Jakarta, and I will be your moderator for this evening. So, tonight we are going to have a discussion with someone who spent some time in the US at a US state that's famous for barbecue, live music, and hot temperatures. Can anybody guess where the state is? Yes, that's right. It is Texas. And for this evening, we have our wonderful speaker. His name is Edo. Edo is a 2015-2016 Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study, or KLES alumni, who was placed in Texas, USA during his exchange. Edo lived with an American family and had a brother from Kyrgyzstan who was also an exchange student. He volunteered for the Special Olympic Texas in 2016. He was also chosen as Student of the Month at Copperas Cove High School for his contribution to the Student Council and other school activities. He recently graduated from University of Indonesia with a degree in political science and is currently working in an oil field service company. Hello, Kak Edo. How are you doing today?
Hello, Jasmine. I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. So, what have you have for us this evening?
Um, I'm going to talk about the Southwest, right? But I think we're gonna repeat first. We're gonna repeat it. Jasmine, like we're going to talk about the Southwest. We should talk like a Southwest, right? We should
Right.
talk like a Texan, right? Howdy, Jasmine. Howdy, right?
Howdy. Yes.
In
All
Texas, we
right.
talk like yeah.
Mhm. And I can see that you're at the side of the road right now
Mhm.
at the
Already making
Texas
sure
state
the
line.
hours. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, Kak Edo, should we start your presentation?
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share my presentation now. All right. Can anybody see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So thank you so much, Jasmine, and hello everyone. I hope that you all have a great night today. Because we have two holidays next week, and please stay safe because we're still in the middle of the pandemic. I'm Syafrie Ronaldo. As Jasmine said, that you can call me Edo, like what my Indonesian friends do, or you can call me Syafrie. That's how I introduce myself to my American friends, to my Bule friends. It's just like shave free. That's how they can pronounce it better than Edo. Or they some of them they call me Jeffrey as well. So whatever you want to call me, as long as I can notice it, it's fine. Uh, as I Jasmine said before, hold on, I cannot. Okay, cool. I am the KLES alumni. It's Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Exchange Program. It's a fully funded exchange program from the U.S. Department of State. I was there in 2015. I was living in Copperas Cove. It's in Central Texas, United States of America. I live with my host dad here and also my host brother. He's from Kyrgyzstan, who was also an exchange student. And yeah, you can catch me up here in on my LinkedIn, or you can contact me on my email. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go this one first. Today we're going to talk about the Southwest, right? And especially in Texas. These are some stereotypes about Texas, if you know. When we talk about Texas or about the Southwest, some of people think that it's gonna be about the cowboys, where people are wearing hats and boots, and then they ride horses everywhere. Yeah, that's what people say. And then there will be a lot of desert there, and then they listen a lot of country music, and it's hot in Texas and Southwest, and they eat barbecue a lot. I think we're going to find out in my presentation about this today, but I'm just gonna say that this some of these are actually true, but these are not the only thing that happen in Southwest, especially in Texas. So let's find out later. And this is the Southwest that we're going to talk tonight. If you look it up online, there are many versions of the Southwest. If you can look it up online, but we have this version is gonna be it's gonna be we're talking about. There's California and Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and of course, we're gonna talk a lot about Texas. So the state in Southwest actually shares uh, the same culture as, first of all, they they're bordering the Mexico in the south, right? So there are a lot of a lot of American Mexican, and also a lot of Latinos. Also, the Southwest is also known as the home of the Native Americans, like especially in the Arizona and New Mexico, where there are more like 20% of Native Americans live in Arizona and New Mexico, and the strongest Native American tribes were the Navajo, and also the Apache, if you know about it. Also, correct that Kajasmin already said in the beginning that it's hot in Southwest, right, Kajasmin? Uh, it is. Like the Southwest is actually the hottest and also the driest state in the United States of America. So when I look it up to the data, the hottest, the hottest record that happened in the Southwest was 53 degrees Celsius. It was in Arizona, and the lowest temperature was minus 56 degrees Celsius in Utah. Okay, now let's talk about the climate. Yes, we do have four seasons in Texas. We do have spring, we do have summer, we do have fall, and we do have winters. Uh, but unfortunately, if you live in Texas, especially in the southern part of Texas, you're not gonna see a lot of colorful trees in the Southwest, or especially in Texas. This is my picture in Texas during the fall. So that's gonna be the fall in Texas. So you're not gonna see a lot of colorful trees like in New York or in the other northern state. So it's just like this. And of course, you cannot see a lot of snow in Texas. Like I think it's gonna be. This is my first snow. It was my first snow here. The picture. It wasn't really snow actually. It was a night after the Christmas, I believe. I was about ready to sleep, and then I look up to the window, and I saw snowflakes fall from the skies, and then it's my first snow, so I gotta get out, right? So I went outside and took a picture of this, but this is the only snow that I got. But yes, I think there is one of the audience say that if you're lucky, you can see snow in Texas. That's correct because actually just last year, my city they got snow, but so it was so unfortunate for me that I couldn't see snow in the Texas when I was there. And also, if you go to the north part of Southwest, like if you go to Colorado or you go to Utah, there will be a lot of snow there. And even in the North Texas, you can find snow annually there, but not in Central Texas or the southern part of the Texas. And this is there's a meme here about the weather in Texas. If you don't like the weather in Texas, just wait an hour because it's true though. This memes is true because uh, the weather keeps changing in Texas. Like for example, it was one day in winter when I was about to go to school. It was very freezing, and then I put a lot of clothes. Like I wore like 2 layers of clothes. But then after that, in the afternoon, like when I want to go home after the school, it was very hot. It was very sunny and it was very hot. So I took off all of my layers and I only wear short and t-shirt. So it's fine. So you know, the weather keeps changing in Texas. After that, okay. Now we talk about cowboy, like we said before. Uh, Actually, cowboys are actually part of the Southwest culture. Not gonna deny it. But this actually for just for some occasion. For example, this is for the parade when it's Christmas. Yeah, some people wear boots and wear a cowboy hat, but it's not for daily basis. Some of them also the teenagers like us. The teenagers also they wear sneakers and they also wear t-shirt, dress. The girls are also wearing high heels, so they don't just wear boots, something like that. And they don't ride only horses; they ride cars like us in Indonesia. But most of them in Texas, they ride the pickup truck. They love pickup trucks so much. And this is I got a chance to watch the rodeo. Yeah, it's one of the culture there that there's a stadium for the rodeo, and then but it's not a daily show as well. And this is actually I put a guide to talking like Texan in 6 easy steps. But first of all, like I said before, it can just mean like first of all, like any other state. I mean, in Southwest, if you're in California, you're gonna say you guys, or in the northern, you're gonna say you guys. But in Texas, you're not gonna say you guys. You're gonna say y'all. And then if you're going to talk about how are you doing, you're gonna say howdy, just like that, just as simple. And like this, if you have the words and in G, you don't pronounce the G. So like talking, I'm not talking, but I'm talking. And how you doing? Something like that. That just I don't know. I have my Indonesian accent more than my Southern Texas accent, but that's how the Texan talk anyway. Now we're talking about food. I love foods in Texas actually, and also in the Southwest. If you all ever heard about saying that everything is bigger in Texas, that's correct. One of them is the foods. The portion of the foods in Texas is very big. For example, again, I put a lot of memes in this presentation. Texans be like just gonna have a little bowl of Bluebell. Bluebell is ice cream in Texas, and this is how we call a little bowl. So it's actually a lot, right? And also we have we're very great at the steak in Texas, the chicken fried steak. Again, and because we're bordering with Mexican and a lot of Latinos there, we have a lot of Mexican food, tacos, and barbecues. We have also pecan pies during the fall. And again, this is the ice cream. And actually in the Southwest, that they have every different kind of favorite food. For example, yeah, it's steak and meat and barbecue in Texas, but in New Mexico they love spicy food, and then the California they are very good at the in on the grapes and the wines as well. I don't know about this one if anyone knows. I think I don't know about the other states, but it was my first time to drink this kind of big cup of soda here in the one of the fast food restaurant. I think I've never had something like that in Indonesia. Like it's very big. You can save it for 2 days, I guess. I don't know. And of course, this is the Texas sport. Like everyone in Texas love football. You know, every Friday night in the football season, uh, we always watch our football. So in my city, there's a high school with a football team. So every Friday nights during the football season, they will have the football game in the stadium. So from the kids until the elderly, they came to the stadium to watch the football game until the night. And then the vibes is also great when it is in the when we have these Super Bowl. When we have the Super Bowl, like they're very excited for Super Bowl. Even if you go to supermarket during the Super Bowl time, like they will decorate all the supermarket and all the office that they have with the football thingy. But football is not the only sport that they like in the Southwest, as you can see in this picture. That football is loved in Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, and Arizona. But if you go to California, the most favorite sport is actually baseball. And then if you go to Nevada, it's not baseball or football, but it's ice hockey. And when you go to Utah, it's basketball. And this is about the education system in the US, especially in the Texas. So I went to Copperscove High School. And yeah, as maybe some of you watch in the American movie, right? You watch it in the High School Musical or something like that, that you can choose every subject you want in the US high school. It's actually kind of true, but we do also have some requirement. For example, like it depends on the state actually. Like in Texas, the government required the student, the high school student, to take such as the U.S. history, the algebra, the English for the school. But other than that, you can choose whatever you want. I didn't take any subject that I could take in Indonesia. I only took the subject that fun, I guess. So I took the leadership class here. The leadership class was actually uh, it was just talking in the class, like to boost your confidence. So it's nothing. I mean, it's just easy class. You just talk with your friend in class. You have a debate. You have sharing knowledge, etc. And then I took tennis class where I trained like an athlete. So I had two uh, two practice in a day. Like in the morning I had a tennis practice, and then after school I also had tennis practice until the evening. Of course, they have the school bus, the yellow school bus. It's everywhere in the movie. You watch about the school bus. They have it here, and I think that's all about the American high school. I'm not gonna talk a lot about the university in the U.S. because I don't have experience in the university in the U.S. But to let you know, we have many university in the Southwest, like for example, the University of Texas, and we also have the UCLA. We in the Southwest there's uh, Arizona State University, etc. I think at America will have many programs to talk about the university in Southwest, especially. I think this is my last slide. I'm talking about the diversity in the Southwest, especially in Texas. Uh, uh, yeah, as I said, there are a lot of Latinos in Texas, especially in the South. We have a lot of African American. We have uh, Chinese American. We have also Vietnamese. We also have in my city. There's an Indonesian community, so there's a family there. The son was also he went to the same high school with me, and we had some community there. And sometimes we go to the KJRI in Houston. So the closest KJRI in the Southwest is in Houston, Texas. Uh, there are a lot of people when I went there for exchange in the US. I met also other exchange students from Italy, from Ukraine, Finland, and then from Norway, and of course my brother was from the Kyrgyzstan. This is me just trying to show Indonesian dance to the high school. I think that's all for me. It's a little bit experience for me living in Texas and the Southwest. Uh, if you have any question, please, I think they can ask me in the comment section, right, Kak Jasmine? But please just
Yes, they
don't ask,
can.
yeah, don't ask me about the history of Texas or something like that because I cannot answer that.
Oke, tapi sebelum kita Q&A, Kak Edo, kita mau ngobrol dulu dong,
Oh,
oke?
boleh, boleh, boleh.
Ya, oke. Nah ini aku mau tanya dulu, did you have this jacket with you from Indonesia or did you had it made in Texas?
No, it actually made in Texas because aku kan join ini ya Kak, apa, the tennis team.
Oh,
So
tenis team, ah.
yeah, the tennis team, ini tuh varsity jacket.
Mm.
Jadi kayak everyone who join club in Texas ya, no, in high school, dia akan ada dapat varsity jacket gitu. Jadi kayak, eee, jadi ini made in Texas from my high school.
Wih, keren banget nih. Jadi ini oleh-oleh dari sekolah ya?
Oleh-oleh sekolah nih. Cuma, for you know, Kak, this is actually made from leather, right? And
Mhm.
then, Texas is very hot, and I got
Ya,
this during the summer, so I cannot wear it in Texas, even in Indonesia, kayak karena beneran berat dan panas gitu, jadi kayak oke ah,
ya. Tapi harus ya dipakai khusus buat foto aja.
khusus
Tapi
buat foto aja.
after that picture was taken, langsung dicopot.
Iya,
Nah,
right.
tadi aku juga udah sempat bilang in the beginning that Texas
Mhm,
is famous for its hot temperatures, but
right.
I've never been there and you
Mhm.
have. So can you tell me your experience? Paling panas tuh berapa derajat Celcius sih, Kak?
It was
Kira-kira?
actually one day in summer, right.
Hmm,
Jadi, waktu itu summer, udah aku mau akhir-akhir mau pulang ke Indonesia tuh, Kak, dan itu, for your information, it was Ramadan, during Ramadan, right. So,
mhm,
jadi aku puasa kebetulan
iya,
dan, I think it was like 40 degrees Celsius, kayak 40 derajat lebih lah ya di
wow,
Texas waktu itu. Dan, waktu itu juga lagi puasa dan puasa di Texas juga lebih lama ya, Kak, daripada di Indonesia gitu. Jadi
betul, Kak,
oke, it was very hot sih. Maksudnya, but compared to Indonesia, Kak, kayak I think we have different term of hot gitu loh. Jadi kalau di Indonesia tuh kan humid ya, Kak.
betul.
Jadi kan
Lembab
kadang
ya?
humid, lembab gitu. Jadi kayak panasnya tuh basah gitu. Meanwhile in the US, eee, it's 40 degrees Celsius tapi kayak kering gitu. Jadi sebenarnya nggak di badan nggak terlalu lengket gitu sih. I think that's the difference sih, Kak, for my set ya. If you have any idea or something like that, just tell me juga, Kak.
Intinya sih kalau panas kita tetap keringetan ya, Kak?
Iya sih, bener sih kalau itu, Kak.
Oke. Eee, Kak Edo, aku mau tanya nih, dulu Kak Edo tuh sempat bisa milih nggak sih daerahnya? Or were you chosen to
Mhm,
stay in Texas?
oke. Eee, Waktu itu sebenarnya kayak lebih dipilihin ya, Kak. Jadi kayak
Mmm,
we had a lot of, selection process for this exchange student, program. Jadi kayak habis semuanya itu selesai proses seleksi, jadi kita nunggu sih, Kak, kayak, nunggu a family in America, ada nggak nih yang mau sama kita buat tinggal sama mereka gitu. Jadi kayak waktu itu, tiba-tiba ada yang kontak kalau aku dapat, host family di Texas gitu.
oke, jadi you were chosen ya? So
I
you
was
didn't choose,
chosen.
you were
Yeah,
chosen. Oke,
yes. I'm gonna share a bit, I think, mungkin tipikal yang orang-orang yang belum pernah ke US kali ya, kayak tipikal non-American ya, kayak waktu dulu aku nungguin sih sebenarnya kayak I expected that I could be hosted in like New York City or Los Angeles, something like that, right? But then,
betul. pengennya di kota besar ya,
Pengennya di
kayak di
kota besar
film-film ya
kan,
Kak Edo
iya.
ya?
Karena emang taunya cuma itu sih kebetulan Kak, kayak taunya juga dari movie juga cuma di New York, di California, di Los Angeles, something like that, right. Tapi ternyata kayak, didapetnya di, eee, kota kecil lagi kan gitu dan di Texas gitu. Tapi, after experiencing all the things around selama program tuh juga pada akhirnya kayak, oh jadi this is the real America and I could see a lot of, culture in America and maybe if in the big city it's more diverse, kayak dari mana-mana kan orangnya, tapi kalau di kota kecil ini jadi lebih kayak tahu nih, eee, beneran kayak orang-orang Texasnya kayak gimana gitu sih.
Oke, iya sih, benar sih. Kita harus merasakan the real ini ya Kak, the real experience of the US and kadang-kadang yang di-portray di film-film tuh cuma kota besarnya aja kan.
Betul
Kan
betul.
mereka nggak pernah nyeritain istilahnya kampungnya Amerika gitu kan. Pasti
Iya.
kan the big city, hiruk pikuknya, padahal yang daerah-daerah sepinya juga lebih banyak lagi gitu. Nah, Kak Edo aku mau tanya nih, what did you like about Texas when you were in school?
Mmm. Mungkin selain dari yang tadi udah aku jelasin ya, waktu aku main American High School, Kak, one thing that I like about American school and America in general, that they're very care of the special students, like, for the people with disability. Jadi kayak mungkin kayak kalau bedanya sama di Indonesia, in my high school, kita beneran sama-sama, belajar bareng gitu sama orang yang they special need gitu, kayak orang-orang yang, eee,
Oh, oke. Jadi digabung ya, Kak, ya? Kalau di sini kan
mhm,
kita ada sekolah khusus ya?
yes, betul. Kita di sini ada sekolah khusus gitu, tapi kayak di sana mereka gabungin, cuma emang kelasnya beda ya, Kak, karena, each of them kayak harus ada guardian-nya gitu, harus ada yang mantau gitu. Cuma, we go to the same, school, we go to the same, cafeteria, dan makanya ada yang, di awal aku pernah ikut volunteering di Special Olympic Texas, it's for them gitu. Jadi kayak they're very care of the special students and et cetera.
Wow, that's very noble.
Mhm.
Kenapa Kak Edo kepengen kayak tertarik untuk ngikut kayak gitu?
Iya, maksudnya kayak di Indonesia kita kan terbatas banget ya, Kak, ya. Maksudnya kayak kita nggak pernah dapet chance buat kayak mungkin, eee ikut volunteering, nggak banyak volunteering ke orang-orang yang special needs or something like that gitu. Tapi ternyata di sana ada kayak, oh iya ya ternyata kita sebenarnya bisa loh kayak, bareng-bareng nih di sekolah yang bareng, kita bisa doing something for them gitu. Jadi kayak, oke, I think this is the thing that I wanna experience gitu. Jadi kayak I did take the chance to join the volunteering in the what was that? Texas Special Olympic.
Keren sih Kak Edo.
Mhm.
Oke, aku mau ngebahas tadi sempet Kak Edo ada di salah satu slide yang
Ah
aku juga kepengen tahu.
Apa tuh, Kak?
You mentioned everything is bigger in Texas. Everything is already bigger in America, ya. Banyak orang kan
Oke.
selalu bilang everything's bigger in America. Nah,
Mhm.
ini everything's bigger in Texas, ya kan?
Oke.
Aku mau tanya dulu nih Kak Edo. Ketika Kak Edo kalau makan ke restoran,
Ah
habis nggak satu porsi?
Oke. Jadi kalau awal-awal nih ya, kayaknya awal-awal tuh masih lambung-lambung Indonesia kali ya, Kak. Banget tuh makan kan, kayak banyaknya nasi gitu, nasinya setumpuk tapi dagingnya kayak cuma kecil gitu kan, itu it's
Mmm,
very Indonesians gitu. Pas di sana tuh kaget banget kan, terus kayak, gimana caranya bisa, makan makanan kayak gini nih, how could I eat gitu kan, kayak, you saw the picture before, right? On the meal kayak it was half chicken, kayak beneran ayam tuh setengah gitu, bukan kayak yang cuma drumstick kayak di Indonesia
bukan
gitu.
seperempat ya, kalau di sini kan seperempat, Kak.
Seperempat, ya betul. It was half chicken gitu with rice and also, jagung dan kayak ada jalapeno-nya gitu, kayak banyak banget gitu. Tapi awal-awal kayak nggak habis gitu, tapi my host dad, kayak dia tuh maksa banget gitu buat anak-anak itu, "This is how Texan eats," gitu, kayak, "This big meals, you have to eat it," gitu. Tapi lama-kelamaan juga, nyampe sekarang akhirnya kebawa sih, Kak, makanya makin banyak.
You have to be a Texan boy, maksudnya host dad-nya Kak Edo tuh
Iya
bagus sebenarnya.
iya.
Tapi you have to be a Texan boy mungkin during the time you're in Texas. Now that
Mhm,
you're back,
mhm.
susah ya Kak ya.
Lambungnya udah melar, Kak, jadi kayak makannya
Lambungnya udah melar, iya sih. Aku juga tadi ngelihat gede banget ya, apa, the size of, the soda cup.
mhm,
Itu ngambil sendiri Kak Edo?
ngambil sendiri, that's free flow. Jadi kayak we can actually
Wow.
refill the cup. So it's already big and we can refill it.
Kalau di Amerika bisa refill terus nih Kak Edo?
Refill terus nih, Kak. Tapi jangan dibawa pulang terus besok tiba lagi nih, Kak. Jadi kayak sedikit aja kan.
Betul betul betul. Oke. Nah, aku mau tanya nih Kak Edo, how long were you there for again?
I was there about like 10 months, almost a year lah.
Almost a
From
year,
August,
oke.
I think it was from August 2015 until like June 2016.
Jadi, Kak Edo sempat ngerasain lah ya, first hand you got to be in America and of course you got to be around American people dong.
Mhm.
Nah, persamaan dan perbedaan dari, orang-orang di Texas sama, your home city itu apa sih, Kak Edo?
Oke. Mungkin dari orang-orangnya dulu kali ya. Eee, jadi kan kita mungkin dari Indonesia dulu kali. Indonesia ini terkenalnya apa sih, Kak, orang-orangnya ramah-ramah ya, Kak. Especially I live in Java gitu, kayak suka senyum gitu kan. Dan actually di Texas tuh orang-orangnya juga ramah-ramah gitu, especially di Southern and then it's a small town. Kayak sebenarnya di sini tuh ada persamaan gitu bahwa everyone knows each other gitu. Jadi kayak even we don't know each other, we also nyapa-nyapa lah kayak di Indonesia gitu. Jadi
Jadi
sedikit
ramah tamahnya sama ya, Kak?
ramah-ramahnya sama tuh. Uh, but di Texas kayak even we don't know each other, we also say hi, and then if we bump to each other, we say sorry, or of course, if we pass each other, we say howdy, just howdy. You don't expect the answer, right? You just pass someone and you say howdy
Right.
without expecting the answer. I think that's the similarity between in Indonesia and in Texas.
Oke, jadi ramah tamahnya ya, eee,
Sama-sama.
about the people between Texas sama, orang Indonesia in general. Nah, Kak Edo, tadi Kak Edo sempat mention di slide awal-awal nih, ada beberapa hal yang mainstream, orang-orang taunya tuh Texas tuh apa sih, dan salah satunya adalah cowboy.
Cowboy.
Nah, aku mau nanya nih, have you ever met a cowboy before?
Well, yeah, I met them like in the rodeo, like in the rodeo show. Like uh, I watched them how they rode. What's that? Dia apa sih, Kak, banteng atau apa ya sebenarnya?
Ya,
It's kind of like that, right?
ya,
Banteng
bull riding.
riding ya. Karena soalnya di Texas juga there are also the Longhorn, the Longhorn in Texas kayak beda juga gitu. Jadi kayak uh, the cowboy is very typical cowboy. Like they wore cowboy boots, hats, and with all those shirt. This is actually the shirt from this cowboy shirts actually that I'm wearing today.
Wow.
I'm very Texan now. This is a cowboy shirt, and this is the Texas flag, the Lone Star flag.
Yes,
Yeah,
the Lone Star.
the Lone Star flag. Yeah.
Oke. Wow, keren banget ya. Jadi Kak Edo pernah ngelihat rodeo langsung ya?
Uh-huh.
Gimana tuh Kak Edo ngelihat orang yang maksudnya kayak how did you feel? Were you like scared for them? Aku cuma pernah nonton pasti di TV. Aku nggak pernah nonton langsung kan.
Mhm. Ya sebenarnya kayak kalau aku sih yang nonton sih lebih ke seneng ya, Kak, karena kayak nggak pernah lihat itu dan nggak mungkin lihat itu lagi nih di Indonesia,
Jadi
Kak.
seru ya?
Nggak ada kan orang Indonesia naik-naik banteng tuh, Kak. Jadi
Benar.
kayak waktu itu sih seru-seru aja gitu. Cuma kalau barusan nih Kak Jasmine nanya jadi kepikiran juga, oh iya ya gitu kan. But I think that's what they do for the living and they enjoy to do that, right? So I
Ya.
think
Oke. Tapi, aku mau nanya lagi nih, Kak Edo pernah sempat naik kuda or even bull riding nggak ketika di sana?
no, the real bull riding I haven't tried, Kak. Tapi
Oke.
kayak, eee, kayak kalau ada acara tuh kayak ada apa sih kalau
Yang pakai mesin ya?
ya di Indonesia kan ada
Oke.
pasar malam tuh. Nah, iya itu ada tuh kesamaan tuh Kak, Indonesia and also in Texas we have pasar malam di sana juga ada ya.
Night market ya, Kak?
Iya. Terus kayak, apa, eee, they have that, machine for bull riding. Jadi kayak, ya udah kalau itu pernah sih Kak. Cuma it was very hard sih. It's not that easy to bull riding.
Oke. Nah, aku mau nanya lagi nih, Kak Edo.
Mmm,
Ketika during your 10-month period pasti Kak Edo sempat ada homesick.
right.
Nah, obat homesick Kak Edo nih apa nih?
Obat homesick aku yang pertama adalah masak Kak. So actually, before I went to the US, I brought a lot of ingredients from Indonesia. Like I brought the instant soto and then gulai. So I kept that for like 5 or 6 months. So when I miss a lot about Indonesian foods, I cook them. I also cook for my family, like for my host dad and also for my host mother, so they knew what Indonesian food like. Jadi pertama yang paling dibikin homesick beside the people di Indonesia adalah the foods. We do have very different kind of food right in Indonesia and also in the Texas Kak. Jadi kayak first thing first the food. Kayak aku bawa masak-masakan
Oke, jadi kalau kangen, obat homesick-nya itu makan ya?
makan.
Oke, good good good. Aku juga senang sih, masak ya. Eh, oke. Nah, Kak Edo, aku juga mau tanya nih, during your time, di Texas, were you, going out of state mungkin buat jalan-jalan
Hmm.
atau cuma stay di Texas aja?
Eh, kayak for other states, I went to Louisiana Kak, and also I went to Kansas, I guess, yeah. Jadi aku waktu itu pergi ke Kansas sama Louisiana, and of course I went to Virginia because the orientation for all the exchange student was in the Virginia. But to explore, I went to Kansas and also Louisiana.
Kansas and Louisiana ya?
Yes.
Oke. Wah, seru juga ya, Kak Edo. Road trip dong berarti?
Road trip kebetulan yang kalau from Texas to Louisiana, it's actually just neighboring, right? Jadi cuma sebelahan aja kan. Jadi
Iya.
kayak it was actually a short trip between 4 hours or five. I think 4 hours, I guess. But when we went to Kansas, it was like a very long journey. We rode about more than 10 hours, and it's I don't know. Texas is big again. The size of Texas is big, right? And then it's in Kansas, so it was very long riding to Central Texas until Kansas. But it was fun. Like uh, I saw a lot of things during the road trip. I saw like di di sana kan banyak ini ya Kak, banyak kincir angin and then also they
Iya.
have apa, buat pemuran oil minyak yang di apa, yang di banyak tuh pokoknya di lewat-lewat tuh dia ada kayak buat, minyak karena Texas is very rich of their oil. Jadi kayak banyak
Oke.
selama perjalanan kita lihat tuh eee, banyak kayak kilang-kilang minyak gitu-gitu.
Oke. Jadi selama road trip banyak pemandangan ya, Kak Edo?
Banyak pemandangan.
Oke. Keren banget deh. Aku jadi kepengen ke Texas nih. Nah,
Let's
Kak
go
Edo,
there together. Okay.
aku mau tanya nih, when you were in Texas, of course I'm gonna ask you an obvious question, were you a minority?
Yes, I
Why?
was a minority. Like, I'm Asian and also I'm a Muslim, so I think I'm double and or triple minority there.
Di Texas kira-kira yang Kak Edo tahu nih, ada berapa orang Indonesia yang ikut di program exchange-nya Kak Edo?
Oke, kalau di Texas,
Mhm.
Texas itu, ada 5 if I'm not mistaken ya, kalau waktu itu ada 5. But, kita tuh dipencar gitu, we're separated apart. Kayak 2 of them, were in Dallas area, it's the northern of Texas. Uh, I was in the central, and then one of them in, I think in the south of Texas, near the Houston. Uh, yeah. Oh, so it was 4, it was 4, right? Jadi kayak kita tuh walaupun sama-sama di Texas, tapi kan again Texas is very very big dan kita nggak pernah bisa tuh ketemuan satu sama lain gitu karena di Central, di Northern sama di South gitu. Jadi kayak jauh gitu. Tapi kalau boleh sharing yang ada di kota tadi kan ada a family ya, a family member that is Indonesian. Jadi kayak itu satu-satunya orang Indonesia yang aku temuin pertama gitu. Itu gara-gara uh, awalnya gara-gara batik tuh Kak, our identity. Jadi kayak uh, the sun kayak ada teman aku ini dia tuh sekolah gitu and he was wearing batik gitu and then I came to him and I asked are you from Indonesia gitu kan kayak yes I'm from Indonesia terus akhirnya baru ketemu tuh jadi nggak sendiri lagi orang Indonesia gitu ada temannya.
Akhirnya ada temen bareng buat makan sayur asem ya Kak Edo ya.
Asem.
Oke. Nah, kira-kira Kak Edo waktu pas pertama kali baru datang ke Amerika, I'm sure you experience culture shock,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
And what were they?
There are a lot of culture shocks actually, Kak. But there was a funny story that I had. It was very first day in my home in the Carpus Cove, right? In my host at home. So I was very jet lagged. Karena kan pasti jet lag lah ya kalau ke Amerika. It was my first time dan kayak aku jet lag banget. So I woke up in the morning. It was 6 a.m. in the morning, and my host dad was still sleeping. And then, like my habit in Indonesia, I always open up the window. I open up the door to feel some fresh air. The morning fresh air in Texas. It was my first morning fresh air in Texas, right? So
Right.
I woke up and then I opened the door and then I went outside. It was very great. The air was very fresh. But then my host dad tiba-tiba teriak Kak. Kayak teriak-teriak terus dia lari-lari gitu. You know what happened Kak?
What?
Yes, or anyone can guess here what happened?
Is it
No,
too
I guess not.
hot? Is the air too hot?
No, it's not.
Apa? What happened?
It's the house alarm.
Oh, mereka kira rumahnya ada yang masuk.
Right, because
Oh
in
my
America, like
goodness.
every houses that they have the alarm, right? Jadi mereka
Ya,
ada alarm gitu buat pengaman. Jadi kayak
ya.
ketika mau tidur mereka selalu set alarm gitu. And I didn't
Heeh.
know kan kayak itu my first day kayak belum di brief juga sama host dad aku gitu. Jadi kayak waktu itu aku kebiasaan di Indo nggak ada alarm tuh kayak buka-buka aja tuh jendela dan pintu kan terus pas di sana kayak that happened that's my first culture shock gitu jadi kayak oh
Hmm.
no gitu what happened gitu kayak untungnya nggak ada polisi datang tuh bisa-bisa diajar satu satu kota tuh gara-gara itu Kak.
Nggak satu kota juga kali, paling satu
Satu kota
komplek.
iya satu kota.
Satu komplek. Tapi, iya sih kayak speaking of that, maksudnya kita kan tinggal di negara tropis ya, di
Right.
mana anginnya itu kan adem. Jadi
Mhm.
kita biasa buka jendela to get some breeze, apalagi pikiran kita, "Wah di Amerika kan udaranya bersih ya."
Right, right.
Kita mau nih menghirup suburban crisp clean air, ternyata bunyi alarm.
Bunyi alarmnya.
Oke, itu, cukup menarik ya, Kak Edo.
Menarik ya. I don't know if it was funny or embarrassing, but yeah, that's one of my experience. But other than that, about the culture, I guess it was yeah, they are very direct in Texas kan. Kalau di Indonesia orang-orangnya sangat nggak enakan gitu, and people in Texas and as in the US kayak straightforward gitu. Jadi kayak there are some
Bahkan
parts
ya Kak Edo ya?
kan gitu kan. Jadi kayak pasti di situ ada juga gitu. Terus uh, how I pray gitu karena kalau di Indonesia banyak masjid etc dan di sana nggak ada itu jadi I had to compromise how I prayed dan kayak gimana caranya gitu.
Oke. Nah kalau Kak Edo ngebahas, how you pray, Kak Edo, sholatnya biasanya di mana nih?
Nah kalau di rumah my host dad was fine gitu kan kayak I can pray in my room whatsoever gitu. Kalau di sekolah yang jadi masalah dari sekolah karena di sekolah itu dari jam 8 pagi nyampe apalagi aku ada tenis ya Kak, jadi aku jam 8 malam tuh baru pulang gitu, karena ada tenis
Wow.
practice dari jam dari jam 5 sore sampai jam 8 malam gitu. Jadi,
Mhm.
untungnya they're very helpful, kayak ada, satu guru kayak manajer, not ke mahasiswa, manajer siswanya, students-nya, students manager, she had a room, right?
Mhm.
So, dia bolehin aku buat sholat ketika jam-jam sholat di room-nya dia gitu, dan kalau pas lagi, tennis practice kadang aku, sholat di dalam kayak apa namanya, kayak room buat tenisnya, or if there was no space for me to pray, kayak sometimes I just, bawa my prayer rug, dan kayak ditaruh aja di bawah kayak pohon yang agak mojok gitu, terus kayak I was praying there gitu.
Right, karena memang sejadah itu agak-agak kayak rug sih ya, Kak.
Iya.
Jadi boleh, that's actually very smart thinking, Kak Edo.
Mhm.
Nah, kita mau masuk ke Q&A session kita nih. We have a
Iya.
couple of questions
Mhm.
from At America's social media. Nah, kita udah ada beberapa dari Zoom. Pertanyaan pertama dari Arjo dari Zoom. Pertanyaannya adalah, is it normal to drive 2 hours just to get morning coffee in Texas?
Wow, that's actually 2 hours for morning coffee? I'm not.
Meaning like gini Kak, mungkin kalau di suburbs, di luar negeri, everything is far away,
Oh,
right? So I think what he means is, are you used to the fact that you have to take long drives to
mhm.
get where you wanna get? Karena Kakak tinggalnya di pinggir kota.
Okay. So, based on my experience, I guess, I'm saying that this is based on my experience, yeah. If
Ya.
someone experienced something like that, I just know about it right now. But my experience kayak, we do have, coffee shops in my city gitu, kayak we do have Starbucks, or whatsoever, kayak we have a lot of coffee shops there.
Ya.
So actually, I didn't have to drive like, 2 hours for a cup of coffee.
Jadi, deket-deket aja mungkin kurang lebih 10 sampai 20 menit udah nyampe gitu, Kak?
Dan iya, nyampe nyampe. Jadi
Oke,
kayak,
oke.
there's a highway yang kanan kirinya tuh, actually kayak fast food restaurants or Starbucks, supermarket. Jadi kayak, it took only like 5 or 10 minutes, or, we love to, walk and riding bicycle there rather than, riding car.
Mhm.
Jadi kayak it took like at least 30 minutes, to walk from my house to get coffee or something like that.
Wah, keren. Jadi Kak Edo hidup sehat juga ya di Amerika ya? Sehat
Juga,
jalan ya?
iya.
Kalau di sini enggak.
Di sini alasannya panas gitu kan, kayak.
Di sini alasannya panas jadi naik transportasi online. Nah, next kita ada pertanyaan lagi nih dari Zoom dari BJ Swamintaya, and their question is, what place do you want to visit first if you go home after a long time in Texas? So, but since you're already home, how
Iya,
long has it been since you were in Texas actually? Kita tanya dulu nih.
how long? However, since I was in Texas.
Ya,
So I went to Texas 2015 and 16, right? So
ya,
it was 6 years ago.
about 6 years ago.
6 years
So
ago.
so 6 years ago, ketika Kak Edo baru nyampe Indonesia lagi nih,
Uh-huh.
apa sih hal pertama yang Kak Edo lakukan?
Again, the food. Kayak, of course,
Oke,
I
oke.
just love saying food. First of all, the family. Like I miss my family. I miss my friends. Right. I'm first of all I met them, and then, first thing first, after I met them all, I visit my family. I went to some, yeah, kind of food restaurants, or maybe it's rather say like a warung ya kalau di Indonesia, rather than restaurant. Jadi kayak, that I couldn't eat in the US, so I went there actually.
Oke. Oke, Kak Edo ngomong-ngomong makanan aku juga jadi kepengen nanya nih.
Mhm.
Di Texas itu makanannya berarti influence with Mexican food ya?
Mexican food and South. So it's different
Mhm.
from the North. I think from the South, states, they like hot and spicy foods as well because they're influenced from the Mexican as well. Jadi kayak lebih pedes aja sih, Kak.
Okay. Do you personally like spicy food?
I do like spicy food, but it
Ah,
it's actually the spicy between in Indonesia and in Texas in the southern states. It's actually different if you know. In Indonesia, the spicy is from sambal. It's very spicy, right? If
right.
in Texas or southern states, it's actually more like sour and spicy, something like I don't know how to explain it, but
Like Tabasco.
so it's not hot, but it's also sour. I don't know how to explain
It's
it. But it's like
sour, it's
yeah,
spicy. Jadi kayak rasa-rasa acar, mmm,
betul,
spicy gitu ya, Kak?
betul.
Oke. Nah, kita punya pertanyaan lagi nih, Kak, dari, Instagram.
Mhm.
Nah, pertanyaannya, makanan Indonesia apa yang paling Kak Edo kangenin waktu di Texas? Tadi ada beberapa, tapi kayaknya audiens kita pengen tahu jawabannya satu. Eh,
I
1,
think
sorry itu
I
11.
think I think in this presentation I talk a lot about food, right, Kak?
Yes, because who doesn't love food? We
Yeah,
need
who
food
doesn't
to
love food,
survive.
right? Of course, rendang sih, Kak.
Wah,
Happy
langsung ya,
rendang, langsung
jawabnya
it's rendang
tegas,
gitu.
singkat, padat, jelas,
Betul.
rendang.
Masakan Padang. There's no masakan Padang. Well, actually, in some of big cities, like I think in Houston or something like that, there must be like Indonesian restaurants, or of course in California they have Indonesian restaurant. But in my city, we don't have Indonesian restaurant there, so it's very hard to eat Indonesian food unless I have a Indonesian community party where we gather and cook together Indonesian food.
Oke, jadi, rendang ya, makanan
Rendang.
favorit Kak oke. Nah, aku mau nanya lagi nih pertanyaannya dari, Instagram juga. Kejadian unik apa yang pernah Kak Edo alamin di Texas?
Oke. Horas ya, tadi one of them I already said, right? Yang
Iya,
tadi,
buka jendela,
buka
bunyi
jendela,
alarm.
bunyi alarmnya, Horas. I'm still thinking, eee,
Berarti kejadian uniknya termasuk jarang ya Kak Edo, which is great, that means you blended in quickly.
oh yeah, but, I'm trying to remember it's like six years ago, right? Kayak cuma but,
Right.
maybe, kejadian unik, maybe I can say like I experience, American holidays a lot, right, Kak? Mungkin aku bisa cerita itu kali ya, kayak mungkin di Indonesia we don't celebrate Thanksgiving or we don't celebrate, uh, Christmas, well, the celebration of Christmas in Indonesia and in the United States is very different. In the US, kayak we set up well not only Christmas during Halloween, during Christmas, during the Thanksgiving, we set up home decoration gitu. Jadi kalau teman-teman di sana punya halaman, punya rumah, they will set up a lot of things outside of the house. Kayak kalau lagi Halloween, they put monster in front of the house. They put grave in front of the house. When it's Christmas, they put a lot of lights. And I think that's one of the unique thing that I also got experience to set up all the decoration for the holidays.
Jadi kalau di Amerika itu rumah-rumahnya dihias ya, didekorasi ya,
Yes,
di
yeah.
depan halamannya,
Mhm.
kalau lagi ada perayaan besar ya, Kak
Yes,
Edo ya?
betul.
Iya sih, kalau di Indonesia soalnya kita udah ribet masak di dalam rumah, Kak.
Banyak masaknya kayak udah
Bener
capek
bener.
banget kalau kita
Itu
harus decorate.
udah nggak ada waktu buat, ngias halaman, tapi memang iya sih di Amerika tuh terutama kalau lagi Christmas kemarin juga aku sempat ke
Mhm.
sana,
Di sana ya, Kak?
itu keren sih maksudnya, mereka bener-bener menghias dengan lampu-lampu, pohon Natal di depan rumahnya gitu loh. Niat banget orang sana tuh niat banget untuk
Mhm.
kayaknya ada lombanya juga ya, Kak Edo ya?
Mhm. But it wasn't kayak, nggak ada di community aku buat lombanya, but I heard that, they have also competition for that. Jadi kayak that's why mereka kadang bagus-bagusan gitu, Kak, kayak they if you know kayak they don't just put one or two decoration, they put like a lot of decoration in the house, right? Bahkan kayak lampu-lampunya itu ditaruh di atas-atas pohon, kayak I don't know, they spend more money for that as well, kayak karena listriknya bakal banyak banget kan, Kak. and
Iya
they
benar.
like that. Mhm.
They like that kalau di Amerika.
Yeah.
Kayaknya kalau di Amerika in general orang pakai mengkonsumsi listrik banyak kayaknya kuat deh di sana ya.
Yeah.
That's why they use a lot of ornaments di luar juga karena mereka memang listriknya bisa di Amerika. Oke. Next aku mau nanya lagi nih, kita punya pertanyaan dari Dian from Instagram
Hello.
dan namanya sorry pertanyaannya, menurut Kak Edo, hal anti mainstream apa yang kebanyakan orang Indonesia gak tahu tentang Texas?
Hal mainstream apa yang orang Indonesia kebanyakan nggak tahu tentang Texas? Hmm. I think I'm gonna say horror. Sebenarnya banyak ya kayak again yang the stereotypes. They only know about cowboys etc. gitu. Bahkan kayak when we talk about Texas kayak maybe mungkin kayak di 2 hours away to get the coffee tadi ya kayak mungkin it's very far away from the city etc. But if
Right.
you know kayak we do have skyscrapers in the Austin or Houston. We do have city uh, we still we do wear the same clothes like what we do here in Indonesia or any other states in the US. And then I think that's what a lot of Indonesian don't know about being in Texas gitu sih Kak. Kayak we do have many what is it like fast food restaurants as well. We do have many uh, many things from in the supermarket. Kayak kita ada barang-barang dari kayak Indonesia. I found like the Indonesian coffee as well kayak di sana gitu. Jadi kayak maybe itu yang mungkin kayak banyak orang nggak tahu karena again if we see a movie about Texas, they only put the point of view about the cowboys or about the uh,
Rodeo.
the
Ya,
yes.
benar, benar banget. Oke, jadi banyak hal ya Kak yang sebenarnya banyak orang Indonesia nih nggak tahu tentang Texas ya. Oke. Nah, oke. Ada nggak sih hal yang Kak Edo nggak suka dari Texas? Dari teman kita namanya Marta. Dia nanya.
Hmm, apa ya? Let me think. Sebenarnya nggak sukanya lebih kayak ke panasnya tadi sih Kak. Maksudnya kayak it's good ya, but it's hot gitu kayak
Ya,
eh, sebenarnya well the hot and the cold kayak during the winter kayak sebenarnya kayak uh, 1 month or 2 weeks, 3 weeks during the winter it was fine gitu kan kayak okay it's cold enough and it's my first time experiencing cold in the United States gitu tapi kayak
right.
after 2 months and 3 months tuh kayak aduh kapan nih selesainya si winter nih dingin banget gitu kan
Karena kita udah
as
terbiasa tropis ya Kak ya.
as a tropical guy kayak oh
Ya,
no I can take this gitu tapi kayak at the same time during the summer it's very hot because ya di Indonesia kita paling suhu tuh 33 34 kan it
ya,
went below 40 gitu jadi kayak I think that's the only thing but that's how Texas is right kayak ya.
right.
Mhm.
Jadi suhunya kira-kira berapa yang Kak Edo sempat experience as the coldest? Tadi kan the hottest, Kak Edo udah sempat
Panas kayak
cold.
40-an ya kak kalau the coldest was kayak -2. Kayak kalau temen-temen di sini yang dari states lain dengerin aku ketawa deh kayak minus tuh udah nggak kuat gitu. I don't know. I couldn't think about my friends that lived in the northern part like the Alaska or New York. Like I don't know like how cold it could get. Tapi kayak for me -2 degrees Celsius was very cold.
Oke, -2 degrees, that's like your freezer at home.
Yeah.
Iya kan? Nah,
Yeah.
aku
Right.
kemarin sempat ke Chicago itu -16, Kak.
-16 ya kak.
Lebih dingin lagi. I couldn't feel my legs. Oke, pertanyaan selanjutnya. Kita ada pertanyaan dari Twitter nih. Kak Edo dari Dave. Di mana tempat favorit Kak Edo selama di sana?
Oh, okay. So I actually, I told you all that I went to Kansas and also Louisiana, but I actually also travel around the interstate, like around Texas. So I went to Dallas as well as to San Antonio. So I really love San Antonio. Jadi kayak there's a city called San Antonio in Texas. it was very strong with the historical places. Kayak there is one building. It's called the Alamo. So the Alamo is actually the monument, a historical monument uh, for the, I think it's Mexican War or something like that, or the Alamo War. But it's San Antonio is full of the historical story. So when I was there, like I learned a lot during my visit there in San Antonio, and it's very clean. And I was there during fall, so it was not so cold and it was not so hot, so it was just perfect. That was my favorite place in Texas.
Oke, during fall Kak Edo sempat minum ini nggak, pumpkin spice latte nggak?
Yes, bener banget.
Nggak mau ketinggalan hype ya?
Iya, harus. Dan kalau nggak salah during Christmas or Thanksgiving ya Kak, they have like eggnog.
Yes, benar banget, benar banget.
I couldn't find it in Indonesia, I guess.
Iya iya Kak Edo, that's an
Nggak ada
American
ya.
thing. That's an American thing. That's not an Indonesian thing. Oke, next kita punya pertanyaan dari Instagram lagi nih, Kak Edo. Oh bentar, kita punya pertanyaan dari Kak Bunga
Hai Kak Bunga.
dari Zoom.
Uh-huh.
And her question is, living with a double placement brother from another country, have you ever experienced something bad between you two? How was the brother drama you experienced?
Okay, so yeah, it's not actually about the culture, the culture differences. Jadi kalau aku lihat sih mungkin dramanya bukan karena drama perbedaan culture kali ya Kak, but it's just typical brotherhood drama. Jadi kayak maybe we have different kayak punya kepribadian yang beda gitu kan. Jadi kayak ada drama-dramanya lah kayak gimana sih normalnya brotherhood everywhere gitu. Jadi kayak paling drama-dramanya about kayak eh, yang satu kayak kita tuh kayak hampir berbarengan ngambil beberapa kelas gitu. Terus kayak kita suka kayak rebutan, kamu kerjain PR aku dong gitu. Kayak aku pergi kerjain PR kamu dong, something like that sih. Tapi kalau kayak yang sampai ribut-ributan soal culture or how they do itu nggak terlalu beda karena especially he was from Kyrgyzstan which is still in Asia even though it's like the other part of Asia, so I think we don't really have any cultural differences that very different. And well, he mocked me a lot because I'm a tropical guy, and he was well, in his country. I think like he experienced like more cold winter in Kyrgyzstan rather than in Texas. So when I was freezing in 1 degree Celsius, he mocked me a lot sih. Sebenarnya kayak gitu aja sih.
Sebenarnya Kyrgyzstan itu ada di Central Asia ya,
Yeah,
kayak itu ya.
right.
Jadi sebenarnya agak beda sih. Enggak sih, bukan agak sih. Beda banget sih sama Southeast Asia.
I mean the people, the culture kayak ya mungkin kayak bedanya the kayak cuacanya, the climate is very
Iya.
different gitu. Tapi kayak we still have Asian bond gitu kayak oke lah.
Iya, karena kan tetap aja ketimuran ya
Iya,
adatnya ya.
betul. That's what
O-
I'm.
Oke, nah bentar kita ada pertanyaan lagi nih Kak Edo. Oh ya, tadi ada yang nanya, can you easily find Indonesian food in your place?
No, in my
No.
place no. I'd rather uh, kayak aku lebih suka masak dan kayak yeah because it's very far away from the big city like Houston, Austin. Well, Austin is 1 hour away, but there was no Indonesian restaurant there. So yeah, the time that I ate Indonesian food was when I cooked and when I went to the Indonesian community party. Like we ate satay. Like the first Indonesian food that I ate was satay during the party.
Very nice.
Satay and siomai. That was my food.
Oke. Nah, aku punya pertanyaan lagi nih buat Kak Edo dari Instagram,
Hmm.
dari Karina. Ada gak Kak tradisi favorit bersama teman atau keluarga di sana?
Oke, tradisi favorit of course kayak Thanksgiving sih. I really love Thanksgiving. Yang tadi aku sempat mention sebelumnya ya, kayak we don't have Thanksgiving in Indonesia, kayak it's very specific in the United States. In Thanksgiving, uh, Well, my family cook a lot during Thanksgiving. We do have several different pies. Jadi kayak during Thanksgiving, apalagi itu pas fall. Jadi kita tuh kayak Thanksgiving it's actually kayak syukuran itu nggak sih kak? Kayak if you know about Thanksgiving, it's syukuran about the
Giving thanks.
giving thanks. Yeah, giving
Giving
thanks
thanks.
about everything. That's the simplest thing. Uh, jadi kayak we cook a lot of American pie. Several things like pecan pie, and we do have turkey, and we cook many things during the celebration of the Thanksgiving. So I think that's my favorite holiday in United States, especially in Texas.
Jadi kayak Edo sempat masak turkey juga ya with the
Masak
family,
uh,
cranberry
it took
sauce.
hours to cook the turkey.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
It was worth
Aku
it.
yakin pasti it's worth it. Oke, Kak Edo aku mau nanya lagi nih.
Yes.
Pertanyaan kita dari Instagram lagi dari
Mhm.
Abraham.
Mhm.
If you could turn back time, will you choose Texas to live, or would you choose another United States state?
Okay. If I could turn back time, I would still choose Texas because because
Yeah.
first of all kayak like I said kayak aku awal-awalnya tuh kayak pingin ke New York or Los Angeles because kayak that's what I know gitu kan. Kayak aku waktu itu juga cuma taunya juga Amerika itu kayak kota-kota itu aja gitu. But now uh, that I knew about Texas and the culture about the Southwest with all the diversity about the with the Mexican American, about the foods, about the people, how it's still almost similar with Indonesian, and about the weather, even though it's cold, but it's not very cold. I think if I could turn back time, I still just Texas.
Okay, so Texas is still your choice ya. Nah, Kak Edo aku mau nanya lagi nih. What would be your favorite Tex-Mex food?
Okay,
You can
it's
answer more than one. It's fine.
okay. First of course, like I like tacos.
Mm.
Tacos is very actually it's very simple. Like who doesn't love tacos? Well, a lot of people
Takonya, takonya yang soft shell atau hard shell nih Kak?
lebih suka yang soft shell sih kak. I don't know. I feel like it's better than the hard shell.
Nah, selain taco apa lagi nih Kak?
Burrito. A burrito is I think yeah, it's taco and burrito. I guess that's two of my favorite Tex-Mex foods.
Oke, taco sama burrito ya.
Taco sama burritos. Dan itu kayak sebenarnya kita bisa masak simple di rumah juga kan kak,
Yeah.
actually.
And you can still find it here.
Yes, exactly.
Walaupun rasanya mungkin nggak kayak di Texas ya
Beda.
Kak. Tapi ya
Betul.
kita sambil merem ngebayangin Texas juga bisa sih. Oke. Aku mau nanya lagi nih Kak. Kita punya pertanyaan lagi dari Galih from Instagram. Tips dong Kak untuk orang Indonesia yang mau ke Texas atau mungkin kayaknya maksudnya Galih nih yang mau ikut program exchange kayak Kak Edo ya.
Oke.
Tipsnya apa nih Kak?
Oke, maybe mungkin dari oke, I will answer in two way. Kayak pertama dari yang mau ikut program sama yang kedua yang mau ke Texas gitu kali ya Kak. Kayak
Oke, boleh boleh.
kalau mau ikut program, well you can actually find out the program. Maybe you can find it. I'm not sure. I think the U.S. Embassy will also share about this program, right, Kak?
Mm-mm.
Or yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure. I was never part of this program.
Oh
So you
yeah,
tell the audience, kalau
yeah.
Kak
Okay.
Edo dulu gimana daftarnya Kak?
So uh, kalau kalau aku dulu,
Mhm.
you know about there is a organization called Bina Antar Budaya. It's actually a organization in Indonesia who organized this selection for the program gitu. So, jadi apa, kalau buat teman-teman yang mau join nanti kayak bisa lihat aja tuh informasi-informasinya, pasti, bakal ada update-an kapan kira-kira akan ada seleksi, terus kayak, kapan kita harus pengumpulan berkas. Jadi bisa dilihat di situ gitu. But then tips-tipsnya kayak ya just apa ya, lebarkan aja apa sih
Broaden.
broaden your knowledge aja about everything that's happening in this world gitu. Jadi kayak banyakin aja pengetahuannya gitu. And then yang pertama jangan miss sih, pokoknya kayak selalu dipantau aja karena it's only happen once a year gitu kan. Terus
Right.
kayak kalau mau ke Texas, kalau misal ada teman-teman yang mau di Texas, maybe it's not only for the program but also you want to go to Texas, I guess just tips just try a lot of again the southern food like the steak and the Tex-Mex culture. You have to try all of those there because you're not gonna kayak kamu tuh bakal sangat terkesan dengan steak dan juga uh, the Tex-Mex foods in Texas gitu sih. Dan juga kayak please if you're able to see the rodeo or something like that, even though that's not the only thing you can see in Texas, but please you can see that gitu. Karena itu you cannot find it anywhere, especially in Indonesia.
Oke. Nah, oke Kak Edo. Um, Apalagi ya, aku mau nanya Kak Edo nih. So you really enjoy Texas? Do you think you enjoy Texas?
Yeah, I did. I did enjoy Texas.
Would you like to go there again?
I would. Okay, if I have it, and if I have a chance, I think I want to go back to Texas. But I don't know when. But I hope soon.
Tapi Kak Edo itu dulu tinggalnya dekat kota besar gak sih?
Eee, paling besar itu Austin, it was yeah the capital of Texas, but
Ya.
it was an hour from my city to Texas. I mean
So
an
it,
hour is not mungkin kalau di Jakarta an hour itu dekat ya kayak
ya,
Bogor Jakarta it's an hour. No, I don't know but it's an hour di Jakarta tuh kayak dekat gitu, but an hour in Texas is not dekat gitu. It's not close gitu kan. Karena jujur karena di Texas kan kayak jalannya tuh panjang dan kita nggak ada macet gitu-gitu, jadi kayak 1 jam itu tuh sebenarnya jauh banget kalau dihitung gitu, dihitung
benar.
jaraknya maksudnya.
Karena kalau di Jakarta itu kan sebenarnya waktunya misalnya setengah jam, it's because of traffic. It's
Right,
not because of distance.
right.
Kalau di Texas atau mungkin di beberapa suburbs di Amerika,
Mhm,
itu kan waktu tempuhnya itu 1 jam because of the long distance and the long
exactly.
drive. Dan orang-orang pasti ngebut di sana. Um, iya sih. Oke. Nah, Kak Edo, so you would live in Austin.
I would live in Austin.
All right. Well, I hope that happens for you one day.
Amen.
Nah, Kak Edo, do you think you have any last messages to our friends? Karena kita udah, that was actually the last question.
Okay. Oh, I think, yeah, I think for all of Indonesian friends, yeah, of all of y'all, if you want to go for this program, and also if you want to if you want to visit the US, just just try to see something locals. That I want to say that United States and the Southwest is not only about the big cities and skyscrapers, but it's also they have a lot of culture uh, and the foods and also the people that you have to see rather than just visiting the skyscrapers and the big cities. So learn more anything see a lot of these series of get to know states in America to see in other states we learn about Southwest today, and I think there will be a lot of series about the US, right, in America. So I think you can just see in America.
Of course, Kaido, karena at America is the place to go if you guys want to know more about the United States. Jadi stay tune terus sama At Amerika. Nah, tapi sebelum kita close, kita sebenarnya mau ada sesi games dulu nih sama teman-teman.
Yay.
We are going to have a Mentimeter game. Jadi caranya gampang banget. Nanti kita akan share link sama teman-teman. And then you guys will put in the code that we will be giving at the chat. Dan nanti teman-teman bisa ikutin games kita. Oke, jadi teman-teman boleh ke www.menti.com dan code-nya aku juga ketikin deh 4064 4454. So www.menti.com 4064 4454. Kita tunggu nih teman-teman yang pada mau ikut from any social media platform. You guys can join. Kita udah ada berapa orang sih ini? Kayaknya belum ada yang join deh.
Aku ikut karena Kak,
Boleh, Kak Edo boleh ikut deh. Untuk meramaikan.
untuk meramaikan.
Untuk meramaikan suasana. Oke, teman-teman kita tunggu nih. Oke, kita udah ada 3 partisipan. Kayaknya mungkin aku tungguin lagi nih for another 10 seconds. Boleh teman-teman ikut acara, bukan acara sih, but it's our game. Oke, aku hitung mundur. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, our 6 contestants, are we ready? First question, what is your favorite state in the US? I think what the question means is ini kali ya, what is Kak Edo's favorite? Yeah, what is Kak Edo's favorite? We have Virginia, New York, Texas. Okay. Los Angeles, Miami. Wah, seru-seru nih jawabannya. Texas. Milwaukee. North Carolina. New York. SF ini San Francisco ya. Michigan, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Maine. Wow, banyak banget nih, Kedo.
Terus Connecticut juga tuh Kak di situ. Vermont.
Yes. Ini kayaknya kumpulan jawaban teman-teman kayaknya nih ya.
Betul.
Okay, so there is no wrong answer.
Right.
Okay, question number 2. When you hear about the US, what comes first to your mind? Is it Statue of Liberty, hamburger, atau hot dog, atau mungkin Broadway? Because the US is famous about a lot of things, ya kan ya, Kak Edo ya?
Let's see. Wow.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Edgar Allan Poe, hamburger, hot dog, Obama. Waduh, banyak banget nih. Chris
Obama,
Evans,
Universal Studio. Food truck.
NFL. Wow.
There's
Harvard,
NFL there. Kak.
Longhorn Steak, food truck. Bener, food truck itu American culture banget ya.
Ya, betul.
Home fries, Disneyland, iPhone, democracy.
Yeah, democracy. There's one here, Chris Evans. I don't know who.
Oke. Yang jelas pasti fansnya Chris Evans nih. Patung Liberty, Netflix. Is Netflix from the US?
Yes, it is. And of course, iPhone is from the US as well.
Right, it is. Just checking. Okay, next. Do you have any dream university to get your higher education? Nah, salah satu contoh terkenalnya adalah Harvard, Johns Hopkins University, New York University.
Let's see. NYU, Harvard, MIT.
Wah, banyak banget nih ya. University of Texas at AU. Ini apa
That's a
nih
great
AU?
university.
Oh, oke. Ada yang cita-citanya ke BSI, New York University, Rice University, NYU,
Rice
Michigan.
University. What else?
Apalagi nih teman-teman? Oke, kayaknya segini aja nih teman-teman kita. Wih, seru. How do you
Hmm.
feel about this event?
Hmm.
Well, I feel excited. How do you feel, Kaido?
I feel very excited. It's very informative, also formative.
So,
So, what's
I'm
wrong?
sorry. We should improve better next time. Informative, interesting, excited, awesome. Not
Awesome.
well, okay. Not enough engagement. I think we can fix that for next time.
Mhm.
Okay. Kita ada mix review berarti ya Kaido malam
Yes.
ini.
Well, thank you though for the review, right, Kak? You should
Yes.
thank them for the review.
Ini masukan buat kita berdua.
Right.
Eager for me to come to the US. Interactive. Open my eyes about America. Enlightening. Well, that's nice to hear.
Mhm.
Ya karena aku dengan presentasi Kaido juga jadi kepengen ke Texas sih.
Yeah, we should go there.
Closest I've ever been is going to a Texas fried chicken. And I don't even know if that's authentic Texas.
There's no Texas fried chicken in Texas.
What?
Yeah, there's no Texas.
Okay. On a scale from 1 to 5, and 5 being the highest, would you recommend your friends and relatives to join at America's events? Probably. And definitely they will love at America's events. Okay.
Yes. We have one yes there.
We have one yes.
For
Tapi
definitely.
the goal is number 5 deh, Kaido.
Yeah.
Because definitely is higher than yes. From what I understand. Uh-uh. Okay. Berarti most people say definitely that they love at America's events ya.
Mm-hmm.
Oke. Oh, aku senang deh sama teman-teman. Oke, boleh beri tepuk tangan buat kita berdua Kaido. And also for those of
And
you
also
at
for
home.
them, yeah.
Apa Kaido?
Yeah, and also for them, Kak, who watch us
Yeah.
today
And
and
also
stay
for
with us.
everybody
Yeah.
watching from home, round of applause for all of you guys. Thank you so much. Kaido, mungkin do you have a closing statement before we pass it on?
Okay, first of all, thank you so much, everyone who stay with us, with me and Kak Jasmine for almost like 1.5 hours, right, Kak Jasmine, to
Yes.
listen, talking about the foods, etc. Yeah, just and also thank you so much for the review. Also, thank for the Ad America for this opportunity, and I hope that we can share more information. And then thank you so much for everyone. I think that's all from me, Kak.
Okay, and to wrap up, I would also like to say that most of the time in movies, especially in American movies, they don't tell you what real America is. And I really hope that all of you who are watching learned more about what the US is. It's not just about big cities and crowded places, but it's also about suburban places like where Kaedo is staying, and each state has its own unique tradition and experience. So I hope you guys always stay tuned to At America's events because it is the place to go for you guys who would want to learn and know more about the US. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will give it back to James.
Thank you so much to our moderator, Kak Jasmine, and our speaker, Kak Edo, for today's very informative session. We hope that you guys took a lot from all the informations relayed. It's been great having you guys with us. Earlier in the event, we asked our audience members a question, and that question is how many states make up the southwest region of the United States? And the correct answer to that is 11. Shout out goes to at Anindan from Instagram for answering correctly. And thank you to everyone who has participated. Don't forget to tune in next time for another chance to get a shout out from us. Now, you may be wondering, how could I develop an awesome idea for a place like this? It's very easy. All you need to do is go to our website at www.atamerica.or.it, select create a program, and click collaborate with us. All event proposals coming to us will be reviewed, and your event might be featured here soon. You can also subscribe to our newsletter for all our weekly updates. And that's it. That wraps this episode. It's been fun, but we have to say goodbye for now. Follow our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ATAmerica for our fun contents, event updates, and so much more. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. My name is James, and we'll see you at the next At America TV episode. Goodbye.